Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer. We wish you a fantastic Easter holiday. Keep safe, keep warm with your family, and avoid wars. Avoid brawls. When you take your uji, don't go fighting, as what we saw in Parliament. Ebu, did we see a fight in Parliament? Did we see our honorable senators manhandle a governor of Samburu? Is it Court Helicopter that captured, or all media houses captured the conduct of the senators? Is it illegal? Is it bad? But they were all men. There was no woman there who was beaten. But are they allowed to fight? Does the law give them immunity? Remember, there are parliamentary privileges and immunities in Parliament. But that does not involve the conduct that is criminal. What is protected in Parliament is speech. Whatever they talk on the floor of Parliament, you cannot arrest, you cannot take them anywhere. The way they vote, the way they think, that is immunized. But what about a fight? What about an assault? Even inside the Parliament floor, that is the question. We have seen such fights in very many county assemblies. Members of the county assembly fighting, throwing chairs, women leaders removing their shoes and hitting others. We have seen this during the time of Uhuru, the Parliament, during the time of Justin Muturi as the Speaker. The likes of Gladys Wanga pouring water, Millie Odhiambo, people, fights in Parliament. We have seen Parliament, occasionally people fighting to retain the mess. But what we saw yesterday is completely different. Nobody has ever seen this. Senators getting out of their offices, getting out of their seats in Parliament, in the Senate, going to the car park, dragging a governor all the way. They want to take him to the Senate. I don't know whether if they took him to the Senate would have sat and proceeded with the hearings. We did a story here where we advised that the Senate does not have power to arrest. Senate can only issue summons because they cannot order the DPP to charge the governor. They cannot order the Inspector General of Police to arrest. These are constitutional officers. But there is a law that the senators broke, and those senators are going to face music because the law is there. The Constitution, Chapter 6 of the Constitution provides for how leadership and integrity, how our leaders should behave, and how our senators should behave. What does it say? Article 73, the authority assigned to a state officer, all senators are state officer. That authority is a public trust to be exercised in a manner that, one, is consistent with the purpose and objects of this Constitution. Number two, they must demonstrate respect for the people. Did those senators show respect to 55 million Kenyans? No. They failed. Their conduct, their behavior was disrespectful, not to the governor alone, but to all Kenyans. Not even goons, not even chokoras, Not even mobs can do what the senators did. That was a disrespect. And that is a ground for removal of those senators from office. They can be removed. They can be declared unfit to hold a public office. Number two, they are supposed to bring honor to the nation and dignity of the office. Did their conduct bring honor to the nation called Kenya? That is a clip that has gone wild. It's viral, the whole world. What image do the senators represent to the other world? They are our symbols. There are only 67 senators representing the whole country. What image did they show to the country? Two, what did they behave in a manner of dignity? Because it says it brings honor to the nation and dignity to the office. Was that shouting? Was that pulling a governor? A dignified behavior? It didn't. It is shame. It is above. It is what you call conduct unbecoming of a state officer. Lastly, they must hold an office and behave in a manner that promotes public confidence in integrity of the office. Did they hold themselves in a manner that Kenyans can have public trust on them? They didn't. They did not comply with chapter 6. And therefore, when it moves on to say in Article 73 2A that they must have personal integrity and they must appear to be people who respect the law. What is the punishment? The law says the EACC has the mandate to summon the senators, to investigate the senators, and they can be arrested and be charged under the Leadership and the Integrity Act. That is an offense under the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission Act, the Leadership and the Integrity Act. They should be arrested and be arraigned in court. Two, they can also be removed from office and they be barred from holding an office for 10 years. I know this. I know the senators didn't know that they are facing being barred from being in the ballot. What will happen to the IEBC? The IEBC should bar those senators that were seen dragging a governor in public. They should be barred from being in the ballot 2027 and 2032. Wakili Danson Omari condemns that behavior. Court Helicopter condemns that behavior. We are a civilized country. We are not a banana country. We cannot take law into our own hands. What is now the difference between our senators and the mob justice that we see every other day? Kenya has institutions. Kenya has the police. Kenya has the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Kenya has the judiciary. If a governor has failed to appear, there is established legal mechanisms to deal with the governor, not to carry that. That was an embarrassment to the people of Samburu. That is an embarrassment to the Kenyans, and that is an embarrassment, total embarrassment, to the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. Wakili Danson Omari condemning that action that has made us mad. The country does not expect our senators to be or to come low to that level. Thank you.